We are not going to do anything else, but we are going to do multiple regression, nothing else. And it is the journey from where we start. We try to start from R, and we will determine R square. Fine. R square, that is what is the coefficient of determination, what is the variance explained in dependent variable due to independent variables. In cross sectional data, when we talk about cross sectional data which is collected in a particular period of time, we have to develop some model means I have to decide that what is my area of research. Let us say my area of research is retail individual investor behavior. What is the retail individual investor behavior? So somebody has to narrow it down. If you are making some technology adoption models, that how fintech, how this mobile application technologies are adopted, how AI technologies are incorporated by researchers. So you have to particularly narrow down to a particular zone in finance. If you want to do research in marketing, you have to talk about that, am I searching for consumer buying behavior, or I am doing segmentation of the respondents, or I am trying to understand that what is the destination related practices, just like in marketing or tourism, destination love, destination attachment, or many papers are there of luxury brands, how people buy for luxury brands. Recently, we wrote a paper, and we wrote a paper on the topic of surrogate advertisement. In the area of marketing, we investigated what is there in surrogate advertisement. One of the paper we wrote in the area of finance, and the topic was overconfidence bias. Overconfidence bias. There are so many biases in behavioral finance, but we have narrowed down to particular one zone, that is what are the nuances, what are the intricacies of overconfidence bias. Fine. Hindsight biases are there, anchoring biases are there. So I have focused only on one zone, that is overconfidence bias. There is another zone, that is HRM. People write paper on turnover intentions. Why people leave? What are the reasons of stress, right? What are the parameters of happiness? So happiness scales are there. So these are the things which we start. It is only and only the model building which is tough. Data analysis, you can do it in 30 or 40 seconds. It's not a challenge. But research papers are not accepted or rejected on the basis of data analysis. Research papers are accepted. The idea is to be taken, and it is taken from the introduction section. All of you need to understand, if you are not writing novelty in research, and your introduction is not telling about what is the research gap you have identified, nobody will pick even your paper. Nobody will see what you have done in data analysis, what was reliability, validity, composite reliability. Nobody will check this thing. It is only and only abstract, 15 lines or 20 lines of abstract and the introduction which is investigated. Have you written that particular point of novelty which is required? What you have done which others have not done? So in research, whether the zone is finance, whether the zone is marketing, whether the zone is HR or psychology or social media or media studies, we can say, right? Every department is writing paper. But if you want to write paper with primary data, you have to talk about the novelty. And two types of novelties everybody has to address, whether it is PhD thesis or it is a research paper. Maximum two, they are good enough. One is, what is the business research problem which you have addressed? Business research problem which you have addressed. Have you identified what is the major issue going on in the market? Two, what is the statistical research gap which others have not done but you are trying to do? Statistical research gap. So I'll talk about this PLSM, how you can identify research gaps from the statistical point of view. But if somebody is writing paper on overconfidence bias, so they have to see how people are overconfident, how it is affecting investment decisions. whether it is affecting investment decision of retail investor, HNIs, FIIs. Are you going to do research on retail investor? Right. So in papers, you can find that information asymmetry is there. People like you and me, retail investors, they don't have information accuracy, basically. The data, the information which can be accessed by FIIs or domestic institutional investors is far better than the persons, those who are investing less than 2 lakh rupees in a day. SEBI has defined a definition of a retail investor. SEBI section 2, section ZF. So it is the researcher who has to start from a domain, and then out of that particular domain, he has to narrow down to a particular area. From that particular area, you have to decide your target audience. Let us say finance. In finance, one is standard finance, one is behavioral finance. So in behavioral finance, there are biases, and whose biases we have narrowed down to retail investors' biases. So the thesis is written on retail investor biases. Okay. If I say that you are writing paper on marketing, in marketing, what is the area of marketing you are addressing? Let us say fast fashion products. Fast fashion products, you have identified that what are the factors which influence fast fashion products. Another area, luxury brands. Are you trying to search for the luxury brands? So what are the issues which are related to luxury brands? If you want to do research in smartphones, what are the major issues of smartphones in Indian context, right? Then you can decide that are you going to collect data for North India or Pan India, then decide sampling techniques. But the starting point is the most difficult point of researchers. In this regard, if I have to say that you have to start from a reasonable level of search. What is reasonable level of search? We start from scopus.com. These are the two databases. One is Scopus, second one is Web of Science. Web of Science, we collect data from Scopus database, and the other one is Web of Science. Which one is better? Which one is better? Scopus or Web of Science? We try to say that there must be some impact factor of the journal. Impact factor of the journal. Basically SCI and SSCI, right? Not ESCI, emerging, right? So if you see, try to find out journals which have some at least one impact factor and above. Scopus might not have those journals, they are there, but they might not have good impact factor or no impact factor. So the issue is related to which type of journals you are searching, which database you are starting, and then you have to start with the topic, that this is my topic and this is what I want to do in research. Let me just open few of the papers, then you can get an idea. One paper, one paper is one of my scholar. He is from Kashmir. So his area is too crowded to fall in love. His area is destination image of Kashmir. This is his paper. He has decided that I will do PhD in the domain of tourism. So we asked him, identify your dependent and independent variables. He said tourism. I said, what is the particular topic? He said, sir, destination image is the crisis of Kashmir. People are afraid of going to Kashmir because of many issues. But he said that I will do research in destination image. So we said that, okay, fine, start working on the topic of destination image. Find out from Scopus as well as from Web of Science what are factors related to destination image, right? So he started searching papers on destination image. And then he said that, sir, in Kashmir, there is a gap, research gap, very big research gap. People opt for tourism. Many people opt for tourism only to find seclusion. People go to tourist places not to see the crowd, but to find seclusion, right? Secluded places they are looking forward even in Kashmir. Even if you are going to Goa, you might be looking for a secluded beach where nobody is coming, but I am going there. So he identified the gap on the basis of which he has tried to investigate. So if you see this paper screen, if you see this paper, Too Crowded to Fall in Love, this paper was well accepted by the editor because he talked about social crowding. When people want social crowding, when people don't want social crowding. Kashmir is a place, you know, destination image is a criteria, we know, but he has to tell, researcher has to explain what is the particular area which I have identified and I will work on that area, social crowding. So we asked him that please find out what are dependent and independent variables. What are dependent and independent variables? If you see dependent variable is destination love. Can everybody see destination love? It is the destination love for which we are going to write a research paper. It is the destination love for which R square will be calculated. It is the destination love for which prediction will be done. It is the destination love for which we will do major new techniques, linear, non-linear. Then we will find what is the mediation, moderation, SAM, CFA. These are the secondary and tertiary issues. But the primary issue is destination love. You cannot say I am writing paper with the help of independent variable. No, they only influence the variance explained in DV. Your major issue is DV. In tourism, DV is important. In finance, DV is important. Any domain you are working, DV is important, right? So what are independent variables? He searched one framework, very common framework, CAC framework. Based upon the theory, he explored CAC framework, cognition, affect, cognition, CAC framework. So in CAC framework, this is the framework which you have to mention with the help of some theory. That means during literature view, you have to mention what is the theory related to destination. So in destination love, destination image has multiple study approaches. The CAC framework in destination image was introduced to reduce complexity and dimensions to the construct. So somebody has to bring some theoretical framework after searching the DV, right? You have to sit with your supervisor. You have to ask that can we do research in this particular topic? So you have to see that topic will be common in many of the countries. Australians are doing on destination love. Americans are also doing on destination love. But you are the one who will find a very, very new aspect of destination love and with the help of some theory. So step one, decide the domain. Step two, decide the topic. Step three, you have to find out what will be my DV. Step 3, after step 3, you have to go, what are the independent variables of my DV? Step 5, you have to build an argument on the basis of theory. What are the intricacies of that particular theory? Then step 6, you have to find out what is that particular topic which adds novelty in the model. So he said that, sir, novelty is crowding, social crowding. Social crowding, Dal Lake, people like social crowding. But in many places, they don't like social crowding. Fine. So you have to understand that all these things start with the help of the theoretical foundations. This is one of the paper. If I have to talk about another paper, I'll share all these papers. This is another paper which is related to finance. If you see in the area of finance, the faculty is from marketing and finance. It is an interdisciplinary research. The other two professors are from marketing zone, but my area is finance. So we said that how robo advisors are affecting individual investment decisions. Everybody is reading financial reports, balance sheet I'm reading, and I'm doing investment. I'm asking questions from broker and I'm doing investment. I'm reading economic times, I'm reading business today, I'm reading journals, magazines. I am also looking forward for television print media, television. I'm listening to CNBC Awas, I'm listening to Z Business, and then I am framing my decision. These are the common topics. But you are supposed to bring what is the novel topic, what is the current affairs which is going on in the market. So, robo advisor, that means role of AI is there. I am asking questions from the robo, and then from these robos, I am going to take whether this help is there from the robots. I am asking tons of questions from the robo advisors. I have 1,000 questions. I can ask it and narrow down to 10, 15 questions, and then I can go to my broker that tell me these 15 questions where to invest. So this is a new approach. And in Istanbul, this journal is there, Borsa Istanbul Review. It's a very good paper journal where majority of the papers of finance are published. So time series data, panel data, primary data, all papers are published here in Borsa Istanbul Review. They took this idea and they said that it is a good idea. While review, they said it is a good idea, and the model is this. Look at dependent variable. Dependent variable is intentions to use. Intentions to use what? Robo, right? The same thing can be used in marketing. Robos can be used for purchase intentions for a particular product, for a financial services. You can write a paper in marketing also, robo advisors and the marketing consumer buying behavior process. What are the roles of robo in human resource management? Somebody might be doing research in HRM. So e-recruitment can be the topic. How these robots are scrutinizing the CVs. 10,000 CVs, robots are shunting out 990 and they are giving 10 CV that take interview of 10. That means for e-recruitment, what can be the role of robots? So the topic are common. Topics are common, and you are the one who are supposed to find out the novelty. If you cannot address the novelty, how can you impress somebody who's sitting in Scotland or in sitting in Australia? You have to push yourself for this area that I am going to compete with an international audience, with an international audience. So your idea cannot be generalizable in India only, but you have to address if somebody is coming to India, will this paper will help him? Will this paper help him? So you have to identify what are the dependent variables and independent variables. So dependent was intention to use, and intentions are driven through attitude. If I have positive attitude or have negative attitude, then I will definitely use robo advisor for investment purposes. But for attitude, if you see this attitude, what are the independent variables? Trust, awareness, biases, cost effectiveness of robo, prediction, whether prediction and accuracy is there. If I ask from robo and I invest 1 lakh rupee, I may lose 1 lakh rupee. I have to check whether prediction is good or not. Prediction may be wrong also for robo. Robo is a robo, it's a machine, right? Data security. Many times I am asking that I have this portfolio, I have this portfolio, I have this portfolio, entire data is recorded. Fine. So you have to identify what are the variables which can attract as independent variables in the model. So the upper segment of this model, if you see upper segment of this model, they are all variables of technology adoption. Robo is a topic of technology. Augmented reality is a topic of technology, right? Fintech is a topic of technology. Blockchain is a topic of technology. That means whether I am doing research in any domain, I have to find out theories of technology. Okay. So the upper segment is what? Upper segment is how people adopt technology, right? So I have to find out what are the recent theories of technology. So you have to start with technology acceptance model. 1989, very old ancient model. People do write paper with time in present year, but it is very old model, old theory. Then TAM 2 came. Then 2008, Venkatesh and Bala wrote TAM 3. Then UTA UT came. UTA UT2 came. And then UTA UT3 came. And then people said that I am using UTA UT model, UTOUT 3 model, and I am using these two variables from this theory, and I'm not using these variables from this theory, and I'm bringing my adapted questionnaire. right? So you have to show that it is not a simple model on the basis of one theory. Now look at the lower segment of this model. Can you see lower segment of this model? Lower segment is perceived threat. Perceived threat. If I adopt a technology, it brings threat also, isn't it? It brings threat also. Technology acceptance brings threat also. So you have to integrate two theories. You can integrate three theories. You can integrate two theories. So we have integrated two theories. Technology is going to be adopted. That we will see whether they will adopt or not. What is the coefficient of determination? We are going to find out R square. How much people are adopting, we will find, but we will also see what kind of threats these technologies are bringing. For example, a doctor is asking for somebody from Chat GPT. Chat GPT is also technology. That what was the operation for the same disease you have done in London? It may happen that the technology can give slightly incorrect results, and with that result, I have done wrong operation here in India. That means Chat GPT also brings some kind of threat. I am solving capital asset pricing model and I am asking Chat GPT, it might happen the question of capital asset pricing model is solved wrongly by the Chat GPT. That means using AI for education can bring threat also. Wrong question can be solved. I can design a question of capital structure and ask Chat GPT to solve, and Chat GPT solved wrong question of capital structure, capital budgeting. It can happen. So technology also brings threat also. So you have to understand that what are the parameters, what are the factors which affect threat also. Threat is what is perceived severity and what is perceived susceptibility. Who gave these variables? Theory gave these variables. According to Atul, Shiva is a wrong statement, but according to Adam Smith is a right statement. You have to say according to so and so theory, what are the factors which affect threat, right? So if you just open one website, let me just open one website. I hope you are aware of istheorizeit.org. is.theorizeit.org. This is one of the finest website where the domain of information systems, they have collated all the theories related to information systems research. is.theorizeit.org, right? If you see this website, this is there in uh, the citation is there, Larson and this 2015 theories used in IS research. You can borrow this citation. In this website, if you see, there is a theory called as technology threat avoidance theory, TTAT. Technology acceptance theories are there, but technology brings threat also. So we have integrated two theories. If you click here, technology threat avoidance theory, so it will tell you that what is the shortcut name of theory, TTAT. What is the main dependent variable? Avoidance behavior. Avoidance behavior means I may not be using robo advisor for investment, right? I may not be using robo for teaching. I may not be using robo for financial services and investment into insurance sector, or asking something about FD rates or other rates for banking sector investments. Any domain you can pick. So it is telling you what are the independent variables also. What are the independent variables also? What is the concise description of the theory? This is one of the shortcut method to find out theories related to your domain. But researcher is the one who is going to integrate. They have given that this is also schematic diagram of this theory, what can be there. And they are also suggesting, now can you see, perceived threat. Technology brings threat. So we talked about threat, that robo advisors also bring threat. So we borrowed perceived susceptibility and perceived severity from this theory, right? One of the theory was UTA UT2 technology acceptance, but we have integrated acceptance with avoidance also. We have integrated, so we have created an idea that any theory, any technology can bring positive things also, but negative things also. So it's a holistic approach to say that my attitude is there, but somewhere down the line acceptance plus somewhere down the line it is somewhere down the line there is avoidance also. So based upon this thing, we could have gone for perceived avoidability also. How people avoid a technology. But our focus was on perceived threat. So in this regard, if you see, this model is created and then the model is asked for the questions. What are the questions of behavioral bias? What are the questions of cost effectiveness? So this is one approach. Another question. Another, if I have to say, mm, this benchmarking. Benchmarking is another journal which is ABDCB, but topic is how mobile applications are used by retail investors for online trading in emerging financial markets like India. That means who is my target audience? Retail investor. What is my topic of interest? Mobile apps. What is my domain? Finance. What will be my dependent variable? Adoption intentions, and then I will find independent variables. And all these things must be grounded on some theory. All these things must be grounded on some theory. So when you say I am doing my synopsis phase, I'm going through my questionnaire designing, these are the things which you have to sit with your faculty and you have to ask, discuss, rigorously discuss. Fine, because the faculty might be having from some area domain that I am from marketing. You have to sit and decide what is that particular area of interest. So in this regard, if you see, so Parvati is my research scholar. So she is there in Chandigarh University in my previous organization. But we said that let us make a smaller model of adoption behavior. DV is adoption behavior. IDV is effort expectancy, performance expectancy, social influence, facilitating conditions. Variables are borrowed from UTA, UT2. And we added two new variables, perceived risk and perceived return. In finance, when we bring some variables, we say that risk is also there with mobile application and it can give you return also, higher returns. Right? Question?
Sir, can we change the nomenclature of the variable?
Hmm.
You have to.
Yes. So you have to devise adapted questionnaire. One is standardized questionnaire. Use the questionnaire as it is. But somebody must have given this Utout theory in a context. I have to change that context. For example, somebody has given a variable of effort expectancy. Effort expectancy is perceived ease of use, the refined name of ease of use. The perceived ease of use given by Professor Davis in 1989 must be on a different technology. People have used on fax, people have used on pagers over a period of time. Then people applied same model of ease of use on photostat, cyclostat. Then they applied on different technologies. People change the context of the scale and adapt that questionnaire into your domain. Okay. So majority of the questions then people ask, should we run EFA? I have adopted a questionnaire from Professor Davis or Venkatesh and Bala, and I have removed the topic of website and I have added social media. Website is a technology. I have added social media in perceived ease of use. Somebody has written perceived ease of use of websites. I am writing on social media. My thesis is on social media and investor behavior. So I added social media. So you are pushed, run EFA. So what will happen? Is it required? Will you test Abraham Maslow? Let me check you that you have given five needs in 1924-23. Let me check whether these five needs exist in 2024. Will you check Parsuraman, service quality? Let me again run EFA on tangibility, reliability, responsiveness. No, you have to create your questionnaire, adapt your questionnaire, and validate in your context and move ahead. Right? Your objective is not to explore the dimensions of service quality again and again. Your objective is not to explore what Abraham Maslow has done. What are the dimensions of Big Five personality? Big Five is having five. I will not check this openness to learn, agreeableness, right? I will not check leadership grid. What are the five dimensions of leadership grid? Impoverished leader, team player, right? Country club. Yes. In US. In US.
But if I apply that theory in some tribe in Africa,
Hmm.
then maybe there are chances, right, sir, कि उनके needs कुछ और different हो सकते हैं. It's just an example.
So what will happen? The statement of tangibility will go into reliability, right? Your audience in Africa is different. He has validated this scale in US and it become theory. So the definition of theory is universal. Henry Fayol principles are universal. 14 principles are universal. Law of demand is universal, right? Liquidity preference theory of interest is universal. According to liquidity preference theory, what are the three motives? Speculative motive, transactive motive, precautionary motive. Transactive motives. Who gave this theory? Liquidity preference theory. Now, if somebody has given this theory, he must have validated this theory times and again. And then it has become a phenomena. And then it is universally applicable. If you see definition of a theory, it is universally applicable. What is there that liquidity preference theory might have been tested in US, validated in US and applicable across the globe over a period of 20-30 years. It has become a universal phenomena. What you need to do is, if you are applying liquidity preference theory in India, you are supposed to only and only validate. Validate. Validate is nothing but confirmatory factor analysis, which you have done yesterday. Check the reliability and validity of the scale and then go for SEM. Right? Your role is not to explore again what will be the speculative motive, transactive motive, and precautionary motive in India, because your context has changed, audience has changed. These are the basics of the theory. You are not going to check what are the foundations of a theory. We will not apply EFA on the foundations of a theory. We will only check that somebody has given data in US. Now I am asking data on 500 Indians. Let me check whether this scale adopted by me is reliable and valid in India. Right? So that scale can be reflective, scale can be formative. Right? There are three things which a researcher can do. For example, start exploring the factors. You can start a very lengthy process. Bring 40-50 statements of augmented reality. Explore the factors. Then you confirm the factors. And then you apply SEM. This is the process. Or you just adopt a scale, adapted questionnaire you can make, and then apply CFA and move to SEM. Okay. On the basis of some theory, UTAUT2 plus TTAT, if you can bring an argument, it's your argument. Plus bring some novelty. What is the novelty in this model? You have integrated two theories. What is the novelty in why integrating these two theories? So this you can do, that one is business research problem, the another one is statistical problem, which I have identified that people have applied linear way of investigating regression. I am using non-linear way of investigating the regression. Linear is OLS, ordinary least square. Linear is your MLE method, maximum likelihood method of estimation, MLE. Non-linear is qualitative approach. Fuzzy set, qualitative comparative, FSQCA. You can bring that. Majority of the research has been done with the PLSM, but I'm the one who is using with non-linear approach of this FSQC. That is statistical deficiency which people have not done. But primary is business problem, and you have to do what? You have to validate. Validation is required. Exploration is not required if you are borrowing somebody's scale. Okay. So I am not going to check whether perceived ease of use and perceived utilities are there. Hmm? Okay. So I'll, there is a chat. Okay.
Right behind you.
Can I see here?
So you said,
Yeah.
yes, you can click on chat.
Chat. Okay, chat is there. So Mohit is asking, please ask this paper. Uh, Everybody, those who are listening to me, I will share all these papers in a, once this lecture is there, I will share a lot of papers to the organizers, and then they can handle. So for adopting various questionnaires from 4 5 sources, how do we give the context? We will have to do the pilot, do EFA. See, you have to only run CFA, right? You have identified that what is the new dimension. You can do CFA. Perceived risk return relationship. When we are teaching corporate finance to the finance student, second chapter is risk return. So this topic is taken from technology, theories of technology, plus we have added risk return in primary data, right? So there were some 5 statements of risk, 3 statements of return. So we incorporated risk return with technology. Whether with mobile application, this risk and return will be there or not. So hypothesis you can create and you can move ahead with validation and move ahead to SEM. No need to run EFA. That let me explore effort expectancy again, performance expectancy again. I am adding 2 new dimensions to the existing scale. Risk return I am adding, right? And then I am adding what is the novelty in my model. This is another way. So if you see theoretical foundations, the theories of information technology acceptance and adoption. Topic zone is of finance. Zone is of finance, but the topics are of IS, information theories. So in this aspect, you can build your argument that what have you done? So we have started with IS research, theory of planned behavior, innovation diffusion theory, TAM. UTOUT was widely used by researcher. UTOUT theory explains the intentions. UTOUT suggests what are they suggesting. Then you build an argument that we have added goal contagion theory also. Goal contagion theory in this model, and how this ID adoption is there for e-trading. For e-trading, how UTAUT plus goal contagion theory is integrated and created a model, run the model, and collect data from the investor. So you can integrate. You have to well write here in this literature review section. Literature view without theory is hollow argument. Hollow means hollow. Your building can be demolished anytime. If there is no theoretical support, no theoretical support. Let me again give you one idea. Okay. CFA, AFA, and
So, sir-
variables are different things. Right.
Sorry, can I ask you one question?
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, if suppose in our model, can we make a novelty by telling that one particular area or one population that is not actually researched so far? So can we say like that?
No, this is a very weak argument that the study was done in North India. Let me now check it in South India. It's a very weak argument. You have to say which variable is missing in North India and which variable can play wonders in South India. You have to play variable wise. Two, you have to play that what is the impact, significant impact in the R square of the model. You have to talk about statistical angle. These are going to be important. People write that look, this study was done in developed nations, therefore I am doing this research in developing country like India. It's a weak argument. Nobody will borrow this argument. But if you say that people have done research with qualitative aspect, I am doing with quantitative aspect, this is a research gap. The paper which you have seen, robo advisor, there were only 9 papers on robo advisors. Professor Satish Kumar from IIM Nagpur, he has written a bibliometric paper on robo advisors in the domain of finance. In bibliometric paper, there were only 9 papers on robo advisors. I downloaded all the 9 papers, and all the 9 papers were done with qualitative approach. They have explored the variables only. I have confirmed them. That means they have given qualitative approach. In 9 papers, qualitative. I have done quantitative approach. This is research gap you have to play. You have to play with research designs. That somebody's design was descriptive research design. I am doing exploratory research design. I am doing experimental research design. This is the gap which you have to talk about. Fine.
Sir,
Sir,
okay,
yes.
sir. As you said, can club 2 models. So by which we can claim novelty, sir? Yeah, by clubbing 2 theories, can we claim novelty, sir?
By integrating 2 theories, then again you have to bring what are the novel variables which can play and move R square of the final dependent variable. Even if you integrate, you have to push what impact will be there on the R square coefficient of determination of dependent variable. That means you might add new variables, you might not add new variables. By integrating theory, a model can be there, but that angle you have to give, that which angle is missing in this model. That can be design related, that can be issues related to variables, that these variables were not taken by others, but I am taking these variables. I took threat in robo. You can take avoidance in robo future, that somebody has done with threat, but he has not done with avoidance. I am doing with avoidance. Integrate, you can also integrate, but you have to say what has not been done with so and so variables. Then you can propose a novelty with variables, and then statistical angle you can give. Now, can you see this paper? Celebrity is from marketing, investor behavior is from finance, right? Celebrity endorsement, factors of celebrity endorsement will be different. Factors of investment will be different. Can we integrate 2 domains? Yes, we can integrate 2 domains also. Earlier, I am saying integration of theories. Now you can integrate domains also. I said that if I want to invest into Tata Motors or I want to invest into Maruti, I have to see which celebrity they are bringing. Are they bringing Sachin Tendulkar? Right? Sachin Tendulkar, you know, it's a sports celebrity. Or they bringing Amitabh Bachchan, it is an entertainment celebrity. Right? So somebody can bring sports celebrity, somebody can bring entertainment celebrity. So we took only 2 celebrities as independent variable in this paper. Independent variable, the type of celebrity affects my investment decision. Sometimes I relate myself to Amitabh Bachchan. So I like liking that company, that look, this company has done wonders. I like Amitabh Bachchan, I like Maruti also now. This is one of the phenomena. 2 is, if I see that World Cup is going on, and Virat Kohli is playing nice, very nice. His performance is very good. So when the performance of a player is good and his advertisement is coming in World Cup, people are very happy and they can associate themselves with the particular company and they can invest. That means type of celebrity and the performance of celebrity. Sometimes Ranveer Singh, his movies are flop and his advertisements are coming. Your product might not be selected by. Purchase intention can be low, investment intention can be low. 4 or 5 flops by Ranveer Singh can have an havoc on your purchase intention, buying behavior, as well as in investment intentions also. That means celebrity is giving signal in the market. So you have to find, is there any theory related to signaling? Yes, there is a theory of signaling. In the media studies, there is a topic, there is a theory called as signaling theory. So they said that people have to catch these signal. Whenever there is a sender, receiver, you must have heard communication model. There is a sender, there is a receiver, and he gives feedback. The communication loop is complete. Companies are hiring Amitabh Bachchan. They are giving signal in the market. Investors are the receiver. They capture the signal. They invest into financial market for that company. Buying comes. That is feedback. That means the loop of communication is complete. You have to write signaling theory in your literature view. One. Now, celebrities are given so much of money. Lot of money is there. Tiger Woods is given a lot of money in golf, right? It's an international celebrity. Fine. Michael from this swimming, है ना? He is international player. He's won so many gold medals. The issue is, what is the time in financial market? What is the time in financial market? I am bringing this celebrity. Now, since you all know recession, recovery, boom, all these are the economic cycles. Boom is there, recession is there, recovery is there. What is the another? Depression is there, right? When the markets are going down, when recession is coming in the market, if during recession you are bringing a very good celebrity, during recession you are bringing celebrity, isn't it a good signal or a bad signal? It's a good signal, right? It's a good signal. You have to capture this good signal. That means you have to follow economic cycles also. Bring topics of economics into your topics of marketing, HR, finance. Economics is mother of all subjects. Nobel Prize is given for economics. We are only taking clues from the nuances of economics. Talk about what economic cycles can do in this celebrity endorsement and investment intentions. It is the idea which you have to sell. And the editor in chief, this is marketing intelligence and planning. This is ABDCA. So editor wrote this line in the first paragraph. The authors have nicely integrated celebrity endorsement with investment intentions of behavioral finance. He liked this idea. You are the one who has to give such innovative ideas. I have integrated this domain also, and the other two are professors of marketing. The head of the department and Professor Rishi is professor in Shivnadar. But my area is investment. Since it is my model, so I am the first author. The issue is you have to bring. The another is that when you are talking about your area, you have to talk about the theories of finance also. Theories of finance. So there is one theory. They said that these are the three cycles: 1, 2, 3. 3 times markets go up, and 2 times 4 and 5 the market goes down. Which theory is this? This is also a theory in finance. A very nice theory is in finance, that every time stock market goes 3 sessions up, it goes 2 sessions down. So theories you have to search. Sometimes reverse engineering you can do, that you have got an idea. Now I do reverse engineering and go back to the theory. But good idea is search theory first and what these theories are telling, then make your models. Signaling theory is a very good theory. So in such papers, you have to talk about, let us say, expected utility theory. It's a standard theory for measuring choices. Utilities. We have explored utilities. Utility of sports celebrity might be higher than utility of entertainment celebrity. This is the equation. You have to bring equations from the theories also. Number 2, you have to talk about Elliott wave principle. 3 sessions up, 2 sessions down. 3 sessions up, 2 sessions down. Who gave this phenomena? This is the phenomena of investor psychology and talking about optimism and pessimism. Now, Elliott wave is a theory. This theory is Elliott wave theory. So you have to borrow that this is optimism and this is pessimism. This is optimism, this is pessimism. Now, if in pessimistic scenario, Maruti's advertisement is coming for Maruti Baleno and Ranbir Singh is coming, isn't it a good sign? Very good sign. Pessimism is there. Markets are going down and Baleno is being advertised by Ranbir Singh. That means my financial health is good. I'm not afraid of market. My balance sheet is good. My internal health is good. My balance sheet is good. My revenues are good. Market may be down, but my income statement is good. I have to catch this signal and signaling theory. I have to bring my research paper. Talk about Elliott wave. Talk about in which phase of Elliott wave celebrity will come, and then say I have applied signaling theory and this is my idea. Dependent variable is investment intentions. Independent variable is celebrity endorsement. This argument has to be given some foundation stone. The foundation stone is Elliott wave. Foundation stone is this theory of expected utility theory. Foundation stone is signaling theory. You have to integrate theories, build your argument. This argument is sold in the market. If you don't have this argument, who will take your paper? Lot of papers are there. Celebrity endorsement and this purchase intention. People say this is a normal paper. What is novelty? Which novelty you are bringing? So you have to talk about novelty, that during optimism, during pessimism, we are capturing signal, right? So variables search is the pain point. Researchers don't spend enough time. They don't burn their midnight oil to search the argument. They search that particular thing which is important. Okay. If I show this review sheet of this paper, you will see what kind of things they have written. So conceptual model comes later on. Conceptual model comes later on. DVIDV comes later. But what comes first? Theory, logic, argument. What is the novel area? It's a novel area. You have integrated. My area will always be retail investor behavior. Whenever my paper will come, retail investor, I will be the first author. Okay. But I am bringing novelty. Recently, I brought robo advisor. Earlier, I brought celebrity endorsement. Okay. So these are the things which you should go reverse and back. Let us say, let me show you another paper. Ties that bind tourist. Ties that bind tourist. This is related to Kumbh Mela. Last Kumbh Mela was when? 2013. 2013 was the Kumbh Mela. Now 2024-25 Kumbh Mela is there. After 12 years, Kumbh Mela is there. So one of my author, who is the lead author, now he is in EMLV Business School, France. He was there in India, but because of his research papers, he has gone to Morocco and then France. He's teaching in Paris now. The issue is his ideas were novel. I'll show his recent paper of December 2024 also. What is he writing of ARVR, Vikas Arya? So you see, he said that let us work on Kumbh Mela because people have an attachment with the Kumbh Mela. How many people do you know? How many people? 24 to 25 crore people will visit Kumbh Mela this time in 2025. It is more than any of the countries of Europe. These are the kind of things. So isn't it a topic of research? Destination love, destination attachment. Independent variable is attitude and destination motivators. Advertisement is going on for Kumbh Mela this year also. And destination image, Kumbh Mela has a very good image of Hindu mythology, Hindu religion, right? I can write it for Muslim religion also. What are the religion of Muslim areas? How Makkah and Medina is there? Somebody can write paper on Makkah and Medina. Somebody can write paper on Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower is also having a destination image. People go for Switzerland. It has a destination image. right? You go with the train and there is a hilltop in Switzerland, everybody goes there. DDLJ is shot over there. So online communities, social media, lot of advertisement. Find out these variables. And in this model, the most important variable is what? Which is the most important variable? Can anybody tell me? Attachment. I will work on attachment. I will measure attachment. I will investigate R square of attachment. And whatever zone you are writing, you are going to do only and only one thing. Y is equal to alpha plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 and beta n xn. Isn't it? This Y is my destination attachment. What is the impact of independent variables on dependent variables variance? My objective is R square. My objective is to find out what is the beta of first variable, what is the beta of second variable, which beta I am talking about. I'm talking about standardized beta or unstandardized beta. Standardized beta. In many of the topics, statistical, we write paper with unstandardized beta also. In 2025, we are writing paper with unstandardized beta, but techniques are different. So this equation is of forecasting regression with unstandardized beta. We do forecasting. This is a line of forecasting, and the another is can we do prediction? Forecasting and prediction are separate things. Same nahi hai. Prediction is different. Prediction is different. I'll tell you how prediction is different. But forecasting is regression line. The topic is important and attachment is my dependent variable. In cross-sectional study, you are the one who has to start from a particular domain. Tourism, I like Kumbh Mela, let me write a paper on Kumbh Mela. Kumbh Mela has attachment and Kumbh Mela has got these variables. Okay, these are variables. So now I can write a model with a novelty. The novelty was somebody from reporter like BBC is coming to Allahabad. That reporter might be of different religion. He might not have spiritual stimuli. He might be a Christian and he may not like Kumbh Mela, but he's there because he has to cover reporting. Some people go over there because they have spiritual stimuli. Somebody who is following ISKCON in US, he's coming from US to Allahabad, he has spiritual stimuli. So spiritual stimuli is the novel variable in this whole argument. That attitude leads to attachment, but stimuli can play, I mean, slightly difference. So if somebody has asked questions, what are the novelty? This is how novelty should be added by the researcher. First of all, make a car. That car can be an ordinary car. Then you align them with accessories. Everybody can buy a car of 8, 9, 10 lakh rupees, 5, 10 lakh rupees, 5 lakh car, second hand car also, but he can build a very nice accessory in the car. That accessory will show that this is novelty in your car. Everybody has got Maruti car or WRV or Honda City car. But what is different in Honda City car, which is different from Kia Motors? There is a novelty. Aerodynamics is different. Safety. Tata Motor is saying safety. Do with the accident. Safety is the feature. That is novel area. Why people are buying the car of Tata. They can buy Tata Punch, but they will not go for Maruti car, which is unsafe car. The things are is the perception. We are measuring only and only perceptions. So this is one area where you have to bring novelty. We brought novelty. Editor took this novelty, and reviewers also said that this is the revisions, and this paper was published. Right? Tomorrow you can do it on Golden Temple. Nobody has written on Golden Temple. What are the destination motivators for Golden Temple? All the religion people go over there in Golden Temple. People are coming from Canada and going to Golden Temple. Celebrities go to Golden Temple, although they are not sick, but they are going over there. So what are the destination attachments? You have to identify, you have to realize this is figure number 1, which is of prime utmost, you can say things which will be sold in the market. If you fail here, then your backbone is a poor backbone. Nobody will help you. You yourself cannot help you if you fail into this model building. I'll show you the data analysis will be done in 30 seconds. Sir must have done Cronbeck alpha and other things. It is a secondary thing. The primary thing is idea. Let me give you one more idea. Then we can move to the real topic. Yes. Look at this paper. This paper is also one of the finest paper if somebody can understand. Can you see independent variable in the title? Try to find out independent variable in the title. From the online audience, from the audience also, I guess no question is there. Yes, can anybody tell me what is the independent variable from the title? Your title has to be very exciting title. Marketing capability is independent variable. Product innovation is what? It is dependent variable. Your title should suggest that you were investigating R square for innovation, right? Then there is a semicolon. But 3 lines, I mean 4 or 5 words, marketing capability and product innovation. This is the whole idea. The whole idea is that they want to determine innovation and independent is marketing capabilities. So DV and IDV, the basic assemblies then. If you want to develop a car, first of all, you create engine. That engine is the DV. DV is your main engine. Without engine, you cannot run a car. So DV is the engine of the model. So innovation is DV. It comes always ahead. This, and product innovation. Marketing capability is my IDV. Okay. Then they say the role of market ambidexterity. Ambidexterity is just like you must have heard of East India Company. So now what is East India Company? East India Company came for trade and they captured India, right? So market ambidexterity is whenever a company enters into a country, they have 2 options: explore the market, exploit the market. This is marketing ambidexterity. So they say that marketing capability leads to ambidexterity and then ambidexterity leads to innovation. And they have integrated HR into marketing and innovation. HR, which variable of HR they have taken? Transformational leadership. Tomorrow you can take charismatic leadership. Next year you can take impoverished leadership. Then you can take servant leadership. Lot of leaderships are there. Your model is a model of marketing model can be there. But you can say that in my company, impoverished leader is there. Country club is there. Transactional leader is there. Transformational leader is there. Isn't it? If you don't bring these kind of innovations, how can you expect that your paper is going to target SCI, SSCI, or an editor-in-chief? You have to bring this thing. So the whole argument in my last 30-40 minutes is integrate theories, integrate variables, integrate domains. Once you are having a base model, then you bring good accessory. So this Shabadat Ali and Sadakat Ali, they have done wonderful job in China. They have gone to China and then they have given a very nice model. What is this model? Look at this model. Let me just zoom it more. Can you see dependent variable is incremental product innovation. Innovation is of 2 types. Innovation is of 2 types. Either you can go for product innovation for incremental level or radical innovation. Now, if iPhone is to be sold into Indian economy and the manufacturing plant has to be set up in the Indian economy, can we write a paper? Yes, you can write a paper. Semiconductor chips, they are manufactured in Taiwan. Now, government of India is saying that we will manufacture semiconductor chips. What kind of innovation, what kind of market location, what kind of industry, semiconductor chip industry is going to happen? So somebody can write a thesis on semiconductor chips. Current affairs will give you idea. what can be your topic of thesis, what can be the topic of research paper. Thesis is not only meant to get a degree, but it is giving you launch pad that after completion you can write multiple papers. I got only one paper from my thesis, but rest of the 40 papers are different because I know that how to write a paper. They said marketing leads to ambidexterity. Ambidexterity means exploit the market, explore the market. Market ambidexterity leads to innovation, and this relationship is affected by transformational leadership. This is their model. So, which is mediator in this model? Can you find out mediator in this figure? No, it is not a mediator. Market ambidexterity is the mediator, right? Now, everybody focus on H3. Can anybody speak H3 for me? Tell me what is H3 here. No, I'm not asking moderator. I'm simply saying what is H3.
Market ambidexterity is supported by the adaptive marketing capability, or is having an influence on
The adaptive marketability is restricting or impacting the market.
ambidexterity.
Will we make null hypothesis or alternative hypothesis? Null बनाएंगे. STEM में null बनाते हैं. Alternative. When you already have a scale, when somebody is saying that marketing capabilities are so and so, market ambidexterity so and so, you are not exploring alternative. In SEM, you frame alternative. All these are alternative hypotheses. H1, H2, H. They are not HO. They are alternative. The hypothesis is marketing capability impacts market ambidexterity. This is H3. Okay. And this H3 is affected by leadership. When the relationship is affected by a variable, then it is called as moderator. Let me just write so that you can understand. I mean, software can solve mediation and moderation for you, but first of all, you have to make a hypothesis. For example, your variable is marketing capability lead to innovation. Marketing capability leads to innovation. This is my hypothesis number one. And then I am saying marketing capability leads to ambidexterity. Ambidexterity leads to innovation. Now this is my hypothesis 2. This is my hypothesis number 3. Okay. I am saying that if you have a transformational leader in your organization, transformational leader, this transformational leader is affecting H2. Okay. It is having a relationship and it is affecting a relationship, singular relationship, singular. This variable is called as moderator. This variable is called as moderator. Moderator is a variable which affects relationship. Remember this thing. There are few questions which are asked by the PhD Viva, final Viva panel. What is your moderator? What is moderator? Right? What is mediation? So you have to say that mediation is MC leads to ambidexterity, ambidexterity leads to innovation. This is my mediator. But if a variable affects relationship, that is a moderator. This lecture is going offline as well as online. Your learning is dependent variable. I am independent variable. Right? My teaching, I'm speaking same on the offline as well as online. I am independent variable. Teacher's expertise is independent variable and your learning is dependent variable. Right? So if I say that teacher's expertise leads to learners' capabilities. Your capabilities are increased. That means this is my DV and this is my IDV. If I say that the mode of workshop can be offline, online. Now I have to check whether learning of online participants has improved or offline participants have improved. Is there any significant difference between online and offline participants? This mode of workshop is moderator, right? This platform is a moderator. It is affecting your learning. It is affecting their learning also, those who are listening to me online basis. So I have to check by feedback whether online learning is better or offline learning is better. So type is moderator because it is affecting relationship. Okay. Moderator mediators. Hanji. Negatively can be there.
Sir, can you
Risk
show
can
the
be there.
previous model?
This model, ambidexterity.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
model.
just
Yes.
yes, sir. Sir, I have a doubt regarding here. Sir, what is the
Please
difference between the hypothesis H1A and the H6, sir?
H1A and
Six.
H6. Just see, there is H1B also. Can you see H1B also? Because marketing is leading to incremental innovation, H1A. Marketing is leading to radical innovation, H1B. And the marketing ambidexterity is acting as a mediator. This is H6, right? If you write this hypothesis, let me write here. The hypothesis number 6 is that marketing capability leads to ambidexterity, leads to product innovation. This is my hypothesis number 6. I will write ambidexterity acts as a mediator between the relationship of capabilities and innovation, product innovation. This is hypothesis, how you have to write. What is H7? Marketing capabilities leads to ambidexterity and it leads to radical innovation. Now there is a difference between H6 and H7.
Okay, sir.
Right,
Then
Fazal?
H1. Then sir, H1A, sir.
H1 is this. Marketing capability leads to product innovation. This is H1A. H1B is marketing capability leads to radical innovation. Yes. The who comes first? H1 comes first or H6? H1. Your title was marketing capabilities and innovation. Innovation is of two types. So 1A, 1B. Then you include a novel variable, ambidexterity. Then you include next novel variable, leadership. This is how models are sold. Mediation is also there in this paper. Moderation is also there in this paper. And the icing on the cake, the best thing in this paper is that marketing ambidexterity, AMB, is a formative construct. In this paper, when you will get this paper, read this paper, there are only two options. Exploit the market, just like East India Company, they exploited Indian market. Earlier they came with exploring Indian market with trade of masala, but they exploited Indian market. These are the two things. When a construct has only two dimensions, it is a formative construct, right? That means the R square is 1 for ambidexterity. It has got only two dimensions. When a construct has only two dimensions, it is formative construct. Big 5 personality, reflective or formative? Big 5. Big 5 is reflective or formative? It is formative. 5 are the fixed dimensions. Service quality 5. Abraham Maslow 5. Leadership grade 5. ABC model of attitude 3 dimension. When theory, liquidity preference theory 3 dimension, formative. Yes. Hmm. mediator.
Example of different marketing and human resource management.
Okay, marketing. Okay,
Marketing and
just have a look at another example. Simple example. Let me take a simple example. Majority of many of people must have got iPhone. Somebody has got iPhone, he will never go for Android, because once you are in a habit of iPhone, you are iPhone user. Why? Because the quality is very good. Once you are habitual for quality, the quality of iPhone leads to customer loyalty. You are always loyal to the iPhone. You can buy iPhone, new version, new version. You can sell older version. The repurchase rates are also very good. 33,000 you can get, right? And you can buy 70,000 new iPhone. iPhone has a very good quality. This is my hypothesis number one. That means it is having a direct effect. Direct effect on loyalty. Customers are always loyal. But if I say that quality also leads to customer satisfaction, quality also leads to customer satisfaction because people are satisfied from iPhone. And then from satisfaction, it leads to customer loyalty. Hang हो गया ये. Just a minute. Let me just. New paintbrush, I guess. Just give me few seconds. That earlier one has crashed. So I said that quality leads to customer loyalty. This is H1. And then I will find from the literature, is there any other variable which quality leads to? So H2 is customer satisfaction. And then literature says customer satisfaction also leads to customer loyalty. That means H1, H2, H3 are fixed, but there is a hidden hypothesis. Hidden hypothesis is customer satisfaction act as a mediator between relationship between the relationship of quality and customer loyalty. If a variable comes in between a particular relationship, it is acting as a mediator. But if I say gender affects this relationship. The customer satisfaction of male is different, customer satisfaction of female is different. My H3 is affected by gender. Then I will say it is having a moderating effect. Have you gone for a professional photographer in your life? Professional photographer. One is with phone you can click. Have you ever gone for a professional photographer? Before marriage, people go for professional photographer. They don't click picture with mobile phone and give that this is the photo of bride, to be bride, and they go for professional photographer and he charge you 4,000, 5,000 rupees for a very nice picture. What is the special thing in a photographer? You are same, your picture is same, but he enhances the quality of the picture. That is a moderating variable because he has very good light, he has very good camera. You are same, your picture is same, but quality of light is moderating if environment. Good camera phone DSLR is having a moderating effect on you and your picture. That is a moderator. So you have to see that my variables are so. What is the effect? Effect means morning time when you are learning, evening time when you are learning. Everybody knows after lunch people got sleepy. That means learning decreases in the evening time. We can take two also. We can take more than two also. Like
chat questions.
chat questions. Let me just take. Where is any other question?
Just hold on.
The bottom.
This is the last question from Amruta.
Sir, it is projected.
Second read actually.
Okay, this one.
Top of that.
Hmm.
Take your point.
Okay. If I have adopted a scale and I want to apply in different segment, but as it is different segment, some changes was made in the statement and not in that construct. Do we have to do EFA? The answer is no. If your questionnaire earlier was on, I gave an example earlier, it was on website. Now you want to do it on AI. Website was also technology, AI is also technology. Simply run CFA and move to SEM. Mohit Saxena, Priyanka Khanna. Please tell if my study wants to see impact of social media on purchase intention, adding value as mediator. No, it is not a good novelty. It is one of the aspect of novelty. I have added a mediator. Earlier, somebody asked that the study can be done in India. Earlier, no study has done in India. It's a very weak argument. This is also a weak argument. I have added a mediator. I have added a moderator. It's a weak argument. You say that how that argument has added value to the R square. Transformational leader was a moderator, but transformational leadership was HR related domain, and your paper was on marketing. You have to push yourself on the concept than the mediation, moderation. Mediation, moderation is no novelty. You say that variable which is acting as a mediator is a novelty. Leadership is something which is adding value to marketing. Celebrity is something which is adding value to finance. Right? Big five personality is acting a very good variable in finance. Extrovert investor and introvert investor, there is a different type of investors. That means big five from psychology is helping into finance. You have to talk of variables, not on the statistical things. When researchers say on statistical things, then they are taken into task. Variable is supreme. Effect of that variable is to be taken. What R square change it can bring in my domain. Next is Priyanka. How many max theories can be merged in one paper? Theory of technology in AI are already discussed, and one still missing of innovation. Can we integrate this much theories in one paper? What can be maximum items we should take in one paper? You see, how you collect variables is also important. Let me show you how you should try to collect variables. I guess mediation moderation is done, है ना? Just have a look at the aspect how many variables can be taken by the researcher. Try to read papers on frameworks. Those who are in the habit of Prisma, you should reconsider yourself. Right? Prisma. Through Prisma, I have downloaded so and so paper. I have excluded, included. It is there, but it is not that robust criteria for searching papers. The framework based search is important for you in present times. Frameworks are write down a name of the faculty which can help you to search and read papers on frameworks. Scholar.google.com. In scholar.google, try to search papers related to Professor Pooja Khatri. She is professor in IP University Dwarka, and her total work is on scale development. She applies EFA, right? She applies EFA, and in IP University, if you see her paper on framework for developing systematic literature view and theory building, what, why, and how. This is the paper which you all should understand, read, apply in your literature view. How many items I should take, how many variables I should take. I'll give you an idea. This paper is getting lot of traction and attraction in this academic things. Framework. When you have downloaded papers from Scopus and Web of Science, you need to apply some framework. What are these frameworks? These frameworks are TCCM. Look at this framework. In abstract itself, they have written TCCM. For example, you have downloaded 30 papers. 30 papers, create Excel. Create one Excel. In that Excel, you write theory, context, characteristics, methods. TCCM. Let me write now in the whiteboard. Everybody just focus on TCCM. Okay, TCCM. For example, research paper number one. Research paper number one. First research paper. Create a heading which theory and which theories they have applied. For example, somebody has applied TAM theory and they have applied TAM 3. Paper number one, they have applied TAM 2 and TAM 3. And C stands for context. In which context this study was done? Let us say this study was done in USA. This is the context where the study was done. Then characteristics. Characteristics is what were the independent variables these paper has applied? What were the dependent variables these papers has applied? What were the mediators these papers have applied? What were the moderators, if any, they have used in their paper? What are the control variables they have used in your papers? Control variables, right? You have to operate a deeper investigation of each and every paper which you have downloaded. Prisma can help you 5% or 10% in your search, maybe less than 10%. But after downloading and selecting and narrow down to 115 or 200 papers, you have to operate them one by one. And operate ABDC, A star papers, ABDC A and max you can go for ABDC B, or you can go any paper which has got impact factor of 1 and above. 1 or above. Operate these papers. You have to do some research at home. Any paper which has got impact factor 1 and above. Characteristics, then M stands for methodology. What was the methodology? Let us say they have applied chi-square test. Write down. So when you will do these and prepare such Excel and you come to research paper number 250, you will have a lot of assembly of variables, assembly of independent variables, assembly of dependent variables. And in the end, you write what were the major findings. What were the major findings of these papers? They are also writing in the major findings that what are the future scope, what they have not done. The future researchers can do this. I have written this paper, what future researcher can do with this variable, with this variable, with this variable. You need not to prepare a big model. Big model. There is no big model. Smaller model. If you could have seen 7-8 models, all are small, but they are ABDC A and B, Q1 papers, all Q1 papers. The issue is we have to bring the novelty of those variables which others have not done. The base model you have to bring with the help of this theoretical support, and plus what are the independent and dependent variable. After reading 2-3 papers, 4-5 papers, 80-90 papers, 100 papers, you will come to know variables are almost same. They will come same. Okay. Even after reading 10 papers on your domain, you will come to know they are almost variables are coming same. He has also used ease of use, ease of use, ease of use, ease of use, ease of use. I'm also using ease of use. Right? Theories. Do you think 200 papers, 200 theories will be there? 7-8 theories you will collect eventually from this Excel. And then you have to see which are the most robust theory which can attract a good model from this gamut of 200 papers. These are the framework somebody can apply, and then you can move ahead. This paper has also talked about, I guess, this paper. They have also talked about another framework, ADO. What are the antecedents, decisions, outcome variables? This framework will give you DV, DVs. What are the DVs? What are decisions? What were the outcome variables? Because DV is the most important aspect, right? So you can extend this. You can extend this one with ADO also. Extend this. What were the antecedents? Antecedents are similar to characteristics. What are the decisions? And what were the outcome variables? A leads to B, B leads to C. So you will find what were the outcome variables. Assemble them.
Hello, sir.
First, Web of Science. Search from the Web of Science with keywords of your topic, of your area. Let us say destination love and tourism. Download, you will get a lot of papers. If I open Scopus here, cross domain also, you have to narrow down with inclusion and exclusion criteria. That is Prisma. Only filtered papers should be given this Excel. Filtered papers.
Hello, sir.
Online fashion. Online fashion and just see retail. Okay, just let me enter online fashion and retail. 82 papers are there. Now in 82 papers, you have to focus on business management and accounting, economics, econometrics, and finance. Why you are studying engineering, computer science papers? Narrow down, and you have to narrow down. Limit to, when you will limit to 84 papers are now 43 papers, right? Then these 43 papers, I'm telling you, last 5 years papers from 2020 to 2025, focus only on these papers, recent papers. 28 papers are there. Every paper will have 40 references also. So 20 into 40. Out of 40, 10, 15 are statistics related. If you take an average of 10 papers, 10 good papers in one. So 28 papers into 10 good papers as references. 280 papers are there in front of you. And then only and only research papers, right? Articles. You can narrow down to articles. Download these papers, 20 papers. Click on export, click on CSV, and then you need abstract, and you need no need of funding, no need of other, no need of this affiliation, pub ID, nothing. Simply export. So the moment you will export, this Excel will be there on online fashion in retail. What is the next task? Categorize them. Who is A star, who is B, who is A, right? So you can narrow down from the source title. This is the source, and insert a column here and then write ABDC. First paper, Journal of Fashion Marketing and Management, Control C, and simply open ABDC list, ABDC list, and type one by one. Type one by one. In search, you have to click here, Control V, press enter. Journal of Fashion Marketing and Management was first paper. It will tell you it is B. So, I mean, this is what you need. I'm saying burn your midnight oil. This will take time, right? But in this running class, you can see that we have started. After 7 days, you will be more literate than any other research scholar, because you are the one who will see that these are the total variables which I have found, and these are the common variables, and majority of them has done on this. So I will work on the unsaid variables which can add novelty. Okay, unsaid variables. Okay, so next question is Meenakshi is asking, sir, if I want to adopt a scale questionnaire and I want to add some scale of mine into that, so I need to go with survey from starting a new. Simply make CFA and move ahead.
Hello, sir.
We add on two self-constructed items. Even if you do scale development, CFA and move ahead. Adaptive. Same question is there. Because in majority of the universities, people are pushing yourself to EFA. Why you should explore the phenomena? You have to, I mean, if you are really interested, that I want to apply EFA, then let me give you the zone also. Which zone you should work? You have to work with papers like this. Just have a look at this paper. Towards work-life fulfillment, scale development and validation. If you are really interested into EFA, create your own scale. Create your own scale. This paper, this first paper, work-life fulfillment, this is work-life fulfillment. A new scale has been developed and this is published in Journal of Business Research. Here EFA has been applied. You create your own scale. Davis must have given own scale in TAM. So we have also given our own scale in JBR, work-life fulfillment. It's a new scale. It is done through EFA because rare research was there on newer scale of work-life fulfillment. It's a new scale. We have given a new scale. So if you see, majority of the queries are same because everybody is given that go EFA. What will happen? Items will go here and there. Then you will say, what has happened to me? Regarding the determination of novelty, do we need to conduct a trend analysis? Sarthak, I have just given you the paper of framework. You have to follow these, any of the framework, and even you can integrate two frameworks. You can integrate TCCM plus ADO. You can integrate IMO. IMO means input, mediator, outcome. You can use this framework also. You can create 5W and H framework. Who, when, where, what, why, and how. All these are having good citations. These are not self-made frameworks. These are assembled frameworks. Okay. Because if you go for good papers, let me take you to exceptionally good papers. Look at another paper. This is ABDC A paper and it is published in Technological Forecasting and Social Change. What is the topic? Voice assistants. In India, a celebrity like Hema Malini is coming and selling fans. That fan is of 25,000, 30,000, 35,000. That is voice enabled fan is there. A fan is a fan. It can come for 1200, 1500. But she's selling voice assistant Alexa enabled fan is there. There is no need of regulator. You say and fan will be converted into 432. They have done voice assistant evaluation in socio-technological system theory. In this perspective, they have measured voice assistant. It's a technology related paper. So the journal is also technology related. The best part of this paper is literature view. Can you see table 1? Everybody, can you see paper 1? Now you got an idea what you should do. Paper number 1. Focus on your screen. Paper number 1. This paper number 1 is written with extended time. These are the antecedents. These are the outcome variables. And these are the methodology survey 100 US. These are the findings. When you create such tables after Prisma, then you say, I have applied this framework and I have integrated TCCM plus ADO. After creating this Excel, you yourself will say, I am going to create this model and this is the novelty. This variable can be added, this variable can be added. Fine. instead of going here and there in workshops, you will create lot of models yourself if you know how to assemble variables. Paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4. And once these antecedents are there in front of you, then you can say that these people are publishing Q1 papers like this. They have got 2 DVs, continuous intention. Who enlightened them? That table enlightened them that I should also measure outcome variable continuous intention. So if you are a research scholar here, you should spend 10 days, 15 days next to create this table. Then go to your professor. Sir, we have got this 4, 5 DVs. Let us please suggest which variable we should narrow down. So by publishing that, take a printout of this table and then you decide, let us work on these 2 DVs. This is how relationship goes of a supervisor and or even co-authors. So they have decided word of mouth, DV, continuous intention, DV, emotional attachment, functional attachment, mediators, right? And they are affected by social system, technological system. Who is the moderator here? Anxiety. Another is technology anxiety. I am anxious also. If somebody is given Alexa enabled fan, he will be also anxious because he might be saying that Alexa on at number 4 and Alexa is not listening properly. So technological anxiety is there. He said what a rubbish fan there is. So this can happen. Technology anxiety, social anxiety. So these things gives value. It's not a big model. It's an only 2 DV, 2 mediator and 6 independent variables. Work on these lines. You have to eventually come on this. And then you see, this is SOR theory. SOR theory. What is SOR theory? Stimuli, objectives, response, organism, response. R is response. That are the stimuli, social system. I am using voice assistant technology because social society pressure is there. Technological things are improving. Everybody is pushing faculties to use chat gpt AI. If AI you are not using, you are losing jobs. I don't know why. The basic job of teacher is to convince the argument and demonstrate the things that this is how things goes on. But if you are not using AI, you will lose job. I mean, this is a technological, I mean, anxiety which has been added into the faculties. If you are a good teacher, you know concept, this is the concept, this is how it works, you are good enough, you can demonstrate. But if you will not use AI, that means it is a need of the hour to study whether technology anxiety matters or not. So before coming to this thing, all of you must come to this table number 1. This is table number 1. This is going to enlighten, and this is going to be based upon frameworks. SPAR 4, SPAR 4. Write this name. Work on SPAR 4 as searching paper instead of Prisma. Prisma is still outdated now. Use SPAR 4 technique to find out and narrow down your research. SPAR 4, SPAR 4. Okay. These people, anybody in any country, what are they doing? These people are from China. They are doing this thing because they know that argument is important, theory is important, variables are important, frameworks are important, and just sit down and do the paper. Right? They are not hitting the wall. They know how to open the wall. Where is the key? So now you also have the key. Future is in front of you. You are the one who are supposed to bring. So if this paper is coming, this must have been searched. If this paper is coming, they have also done some collection of variables. If this model is coming, then also we have done something research, right? If this paper is coming, it is based upon CSE theory, and these models are coming, social crowding. Can anybody tell me where is the mediator in this model? Please tell me mediator in this model. Cognition leads to destination love. Cognition leads to affect. Who is mediator?
Social controlling, sir.
No, 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 no. That is a moderator. Affect is a mediator. Cognition, affect, love. Affect is a mediator. Tell me another mediator. No. Crowding is also mediator. Conation is a mediator.
Conation, sir.
Conation is there serial mediation? Serial. Cognition, affect, conation, and then love. Two mediators are there. Find out third mediator. थर्ड मीडिएटर ढूंढिए इसमें H1A, H4, H3A. Crowding is also a mediator. And this mediator is also acting as moderator for all the relationships. Right? So theory was CAC theory. Okay? Cognition, affect, conation, framework. This was the framework, and this framework leads to destination love, and crowding was the novel variable. But if I should have written, I may have written that I will work on mediation and moderation, then idea will be rejected. But I am saying crowding in Kashmir matters a lot. I am working on how people look forward for crowd. If you go to CP in Delhi, Connaught Place, people want crowd, right? If you go to South Delhi, people are looking forward for silent, secluded area in restaurants. So place matters. Concept matters. Concept is the one which you have to put forward. That is why in the title itself, this title is the destination image trident versus social crowding. Okay. So we can have few questions now, please. Please scroll down the questions here.
Mic is enabled.
Okay, anybody who has got so are the drivers and barriers mediator in a model? Drivers and barriers. Drivers are basically what? Independent variables, right? Barriers can also be independent variables. They can work as IDVs. And they can act as a mediator. Yes, it can happen.
Sir, I have
Any
a
other
question.
question? Yes, go ahead.
Sir, I am working on a model which is using a theory, dual processing theories, particularly cognitive experiential self theory. Now, I am integrating this theory with the problems of apparel industry, apparel online purchase behavior, and that is supported by cognitive load theory. Now, my problem is that the variables which can be used in cognitive load theory, which can act as apparel problems, purchasing problems, that variable can be used as antecedent as well as the moderator.
Yes, as an antecedent, as a moderator, it can happen.
Sir, I am not getting any direct research paper which has empirically tested that, but I have got research proposition on that. Qualitative
then you
papers.
can use. You have prepositions in the research paper. You can move ahead. You can move. Absolutely, you can propose. If you have some theoretical support and research paper, you can propose this idea.
Sir,
but if you say according to you is going to happen, then it is not.
Okay. Sir, I am confused whether to use it as antecedent or moderator, or I can use both.
You can use both if it is adding value to R square and it is giving newness in the model, which others have not done.
Yes. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next question. Fazal is asking what is TAM?
Sir.
TAM is technology acceptance model. Right.
Sir.
Next question.
Sir, can I ask
Yes.
one question, sir? Sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, I am doing a research in which the present procurement system, why it is not circular centric. So, I am trying to identify drivers and barriers because the present system has some practices, what makes it not to move or what drives it to adopt the circular centric procurement. So, the theory behind this, what could be, sir? Because they are either not fitting or they are no, they're very remotely connected to any existing thing like stakeholder theory or STS or TAM. It's not exactly the variables are not directly found in a theory,
uh, when you download papers, make sure
sir.
you make this framework. This is one of the best framework,
Sir.
TCCM plus ADO. Whatever papers are there in your hand, read those
Hmm.
papers, 2, 3 papers per day, and create this Excel. Then you will
Hmm.
get to know that which theories they are talking about.
Sir, mostly like stakeholder theory, they are saying, I have not done tabulation, but I have gone through number of
Hmm.
papers. So,
Hmm.
the stakeholders, I have limited, not stakeholders include external, internal, and all that. So, I have limited to only two people in the internal, internal to the organization, like procurers and the material users. So I can't use stakeholder theory because the pressure of stakeholder is not the important variable here. It is their practices which are important. Then somebody
Changes of
says it is a
practice.
technical TAM model. TAM model again, it is not something like perceived use or perceived ease of use. It is
So it is
I'm
not
just studying the
technology.
existing practices.
So practices are drivers and the barriers leading to your dependent variable.
Dependent variable is the adoption of the procurement in a circular economy centric manner. That is called circular procurement.
Adoption of circular procurement.
Procurement,
So
which is
first
more
of
of
all,
circular. Yes, sir.
download papers of your DV. Who has
Okay, sir.
written about the procurement, right?
Yes, sir.
And then you write search keywords procurement and exploratory factor analysis, right?
Yes.
In Excel in this Scopus, who has written papers and given factors for procurement, then you will
Okay.
get some papers, and
Okay.
from those papers only refer to A star A and B and find out what is the conceptual framework which they have applied on the papers of procurement. So
Okay.
those procurement papers will give you that what can be the foundation stone of these antecedents like drivers and barriers.
Okay.
So the thing is, you have to find out sub dimensions of drivers,
Yes,
sub
sir.
dimensions of drivers. You have to find out what are the sub dimensions of barriers.
Yes.
Maybe 3 barriers are there, 3 drivers are there, and then they are leading to procurement. This whole
Okay.
argument is leads to like A leads to B, that antecedent lead to B. So when you will create this Excel of antecedent, decision, and outcome variable, then your wisdom will come automatically from this tabulation that which is an ideal framework for this procurement business.
Sir.
Maybe SOR theory can help. It's the, I mean, we can tell you statistically how models are run, but the conceptual grounding of
Hmm.
variable has to be searched by the researcher. For this thing, we can suggest that create this tabulation part very carefully, because
Sir.
there are so many domains. Every domain has their procurement theory. Procurement theory should be given a novel variable. This novel variable you can search from the outcomes and major findings, whatever the future scope.
Sir. Thank you, sir. I will
Why
try.
so? Why? Okay. Your Cronbach alpha is negative. Cronbach alpha is negative. When it is checked, reliability means 40 sample size. 40? Uh,
Yes, sir.
this
Yes,
is
sir.
this is
Against
pilot study.
yeah.
Were your items reverse coded or they were constructs like risk?
Yes, sir. Reverse coding has done everything is okay, but only 40 samples were taken from the pilot study, but the convex alpha is showing negative, sir. So what is the reason?
Reason is poor data collection, right? I mean, one
Okay, so
is
that
your negatively worded items can be there. One, two is that your respondents have not done justice with your questions. They have simply given one liner 11111 777 44444. So these are outliers. Human beings are outliers.
oh,
It is not we say that data is outlier. Human beings are outliers. We have to remove those persons and go with the fresh idea of the data collection. 30 is a very less number.
that,
And pilot
so
study,
in
you can go with if Cronbach alpha is coming negative, you can choose to split half and or retest reliability. The same 30 people asked data on the first of the month and same question, same people 30th of the month, and then check whether the results are significantly different or not. They should be same. Retest, I would suggest, can give you more robust reliabilities for pilot study.
Increasing with 30 or 25 number of item automatically it becomes a minimal increase.
So Cronbach alpha has been criticized well. I'll tell you. I mean, with the increase in the number of items, you increase the alpha. It is item sensitive, but when you increase the number of item, multicollinearity also increases. Multicollinearity is the most
Last question.
one of the paper TAM technology adoption theory are already shown by TAM TPB out. Still, there is a gap of one theory like diffusion of innovation. Yes, if I add this innovation, then like adding one of theory and add revenue purchase intention. Your final answer is apply CFA and move to SEM. This is the only answer. You're looking forward for EFA. Don't apply. You can add a dimension and do validity checks. That's it. Don't test Abraham Maslow, please. Let me check Abraham Maslow.
sir, I'm asking about EFA.
Just a minute.
regard,
Just a minute. Multicollinear. No, you have to see that there is a limit also. Let me show you the paper. Handling too much of Cronbach alpha is there, then the multi-dimensional items in a construct are collinear to each other. Very high correlation is there. People are giving same response to statement 1, same response to statement 2. Look at this aspect of factor loading, right, and Cronbach alpha. In the recent book of 2022, they have said Cronbach alpha is an estimate of reliability based upon intercorrelation. Weakness of this method is you improve the number of indicators and you improve the alpha, right? With the higher number of items, in the construct K, if you increase K, Cronbach alpha will increase. But when you work with, what is the reason why we people apply EFA? To remove multicollinearity. You run 13, 14 statements. Many of them are highly correlated to each other. We divide them into different factors, and the factors are different factors. We say that they are heterogeneous factors, but homogeneous within, right? So we do divide the statements. But here, if one construct we are adding items or we have got more items, multicollinearity will still be the issue. So they have suggested one of the very good technique. They said that if problem exists, then split the construct into two. Look at this citation of here at all 2022. They said eliminate items that have low correlation or you split the construct. For example, the name of the construct is quality. And there are 7, 8 items and Cronbach alpha is going haywire. You apply EFA on that construct, split. Some items like product quality, some are service quality. You divide that construct and then check Cronbach alpha. It will be within 70 to 90. Two items. Then I guess very high similar correlations in the response is obtained by you. People have given same 44444 in one, 343434 in two. Same statement, same answer. That means they are almost related to each other. Then why you are asking two statements? Ask one. And in SEM, you can work with single item construct. Can we work with single item construct? Yes, we can work with single item construct because we are not drawing covariances between the errors of the two statements. In CVSAM, we need 3 minimum statements to draw correct variances. But in PLSM, we don't need multiple items. One is enough. One item construct, service loyalty, recommendation. The citation is given by Parsuraman in 1996. One item constructs can work. So don't be afraid of that. Two items were there. Cronbach alpha was very high, and yes, it is very tricky scenario that your reliabilities are so high. It represent high correlation. Reconduct maybe respondents. Why pilot study is done to check whether wording issues are not there, whether respondents have understood your questionnaire. But when you want to save your scale and you know that the respondents are not giving good results, that means the issue is not of the item which has been borrowed from the literature. The issue is of the respondent who are giving these results. Maybe you have not spent enough time or given them enough time to fill. So you have to incentivize. 30 pilot study is a must because it will tell you that the Cronbach alpha was 70 and above and the items are well understood and in a meaningful manner they have understood. If at pilot study they are giving same response, that means either respondents are not good or you have borrowed wrongly worded statements are created. Your problem is there or his problem is there.
Should we conclude this session?
So there will be a lunch break. So it is requested participants to assemble again, join again at 1:15. Thank you so much. Also, there is a Google form in your WhatsApp group.